Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lotus, Lotus the Sage. So grateful for you to be here. Thank you so much for your time. So today we have another pick a card, and today's pick a card reading is going to be the wish that is currently being granted for you. So for pile 1, we have this card. Pile 2. Pile 3. So take a second, maybe think about the things, your wishes and desires that you've been thinking about most recently, and select off of your intuition, and I will see you at your choice. Welcome, my pile 1. Okay, let's spread out your cards. Okay, my beautiful collective of pile 1. Let's see what wish is being granted for you. So the card that you chose, it says, celebrate the seasons. Magic happens at all times of the year. And the second one, it says, dance the rainbow. I love to have beauty in my life. I'm getting a sense from Spirit that it's a self-recognition and a discovery of how you create your joy, happiness, and magic in your own life. I'm hearing that there doesn't need to be an occasion for magic to occur or miracles to happen. I'm getting a feeling of like a soft breeze or a soft push nudging you into that belief. And I feel that soft push has to do with beautifying your life in any sense of the word, whether that be literal, like decorating a home, your dream home, buying that dream home, beautifying yourself, adorning yourself differently, of eating better, of feeling beautiful. Like that's the energy I'm getting. It's more about the magic within that creates the confidence within that exudes this beauty without. That's the first energy that I'm getting. So it feels like the wish that's being granted for you is an acceptance of oneself, the beauty and the magic all around that is at our fingertips whenever we choose. And you're creating that joy and beauty within your life. Aw, that's awesome. Okay, let's see what spell. Authenticity, yeah. Who I am, who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. That's exactly what it feels like. Authenticity to yourself, to your needs, to your desires, to your magic. I just heard finding the authenticity in your own beauty. I heard finally and slowly feeling comfortable in one's own skin. They just said your authentic beauty is now being honored by yourself, from yourself, with yourself. Ooh, love it. Okay, let's see what spirit animals are around ya. Bobcat spirit. Number 8, life is a mystery. And I'm feeling that's tapping into the magic. Magic happens at all times of the year. And that's that mystery of you discovering that beauty and magic that is within. And I feel like it's the way in which you discovered this particular magic or wish unfolding in your life. And then we have delight with wild bergamot, and it says, what enchants me? Absolutely. What enchants you? What are your desires? What is growing within you? What is bringing you delight? So this beautiful what enchants me and the wild bergamot delight, it talks about unattained and undiluted in its intention. It's to dance and sing in full enjoyment, joy, delight. The bergamot plant and what entices you is asking you to cultivate time and space for whatever brings you happiness, even if it doesn't accomplish anything else. And I feel this is that mystery, that magic it can happen at all times. I love to have beauty in my life. This is this joy energy that I'm getting, and it's being reiterated by the beautiful elements. And it asks you a question, or maybe this is what you thought of prior. Does pleasure feel forbidden because it's unproductive? Interesting thought. It's about setting life-sustainable boundaries. You're not a cog in an illusionary wheel of whatever feels bigger than you. Magic happens at all times of the year, and I love to have beauty in my life. Oh man, I forgot 2 cards to put out as I'm just thinking about this right now. Give me 2 seconds. I'm so sorry, pile 1. You're the only pile that I forgot to do the Gaia cards. This is why these ones aren't supposed to be over here yet. My apologies. Let's get those cards right now. Okay, sorry again, pile 1. Let's continue. So, as we said, this authenticity within your own natural beauty is what is being emphasized or granted as a wish, whether that be in your approach to beauty, whether that be in your thoughts about yourself. But there is a big comfortability within oneself is really the energy I'm feeling the most. Okay, let's see what else. Uranus. Your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Yeah, this is the sudden change of your ideas, your beliefs, your way of being, how you view yourself. The sudden change in the realization of this magic energy, the enlightenment of this awareness, the awakening of your soul and your spirit and the beauty within. It's pretty lovely. Okay, let's see what the dreams of Gaia have to add when it comes to how to use this magic, how to use this particular wish. 5 of Fire. You know what's interesting? I'm really getting Spirit being like, aggressively use this new belief. Like, it's a sense of competing for your own magic within yourself. It's not competing against anybody else. It's like there may have been that type of thought process before about comparing, is what I'm getting. Comparing beauty, comparing intelligence, skills, placement, status, etc. And now I feel that Spirit or your higher self has won. I feel you have defeated that lower aspect of thought. I'm getting a sense of fighting your own inner demons into submission. They're giving me, I don't know why I'm getting like a heavy MMA vibe, and I don't normally get this vibe from this card, but this is totally the energy that I'm getting. These beautifully muscular bodies and in that like fiery masculine energy. You know, it feels, yeah, like you really they're like you technically knocked yourself out, meaning like the parts of you, how would I describe this to you? I'm pretty sure I've said it on my channel before. Everything for me is very much in a movie or some sort of scene that gets played out. So they're giving it to me as in, if you were watching a movie and they were to depict your imaginary self or your other self, but only you're the one who can see it. I'm seeing you fighting with yourself, and then you knock out your shadow or knock out this element of your shadow. and then you help your shadow back up. Like, that's the energy I'm getting. It's like, you don't have power in this particular scenario anymore, so let me knock you down so that I could put you in a place where it's more useful. I hope that analogy makes sense. And it also talks about avoid pack mentality and focus on what you're doing. And this is exactly what I feel like. You have focused on what you need to do to bring in this beauty in your life, to utilize your personal magic. And then we have knowledge. Perfect. Number 9. So again, information gained, wisdom gained, understanding gained, consciousness of what was and how it was preventing you from really feeling your own true authenticity, your own beauty within. And my favorite saying with this card is, we exist to learn as we learn to exist. And this is exactly what the process has been for you. This beautiful skill that you've developed within yourself, the knowledge and understanding of self, the training technically that you have done, like that MMA training is what I'm getting at. You finally fought and beat this opponent of yours, so to speak. It's using your practical experience and in your everyday life, not limiting your potential. It's a time and it's an opportunity to learn about yourself from different eyes, from different perspectives, from different people, from yourself also. To learn about different people around your world. Around the world, excuse me, or your world. And they want to know they want you to ask yourself, where will this knowledge take me? How can this continue to propel you forward when it comes to this beautiful wish that has been granted for you? Lovely, let's get some tarot. All right, beauties, we're gonna take 4 cards. First, we have the Dreamer of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. 7 of Cups. 5 of Cups in the reverse. And the 4 of Pentacles. I'm not entirely sure if I said the Page or Knight of Swords, but this is the Page of Swords. So what I'm getting here on how to move forward with this magic in particular, it's about using this new idea, this new belief, and pushing you forward into or out of the confusion of self. Choosing oneself, choosing one's new belief system instead of the old. Releasing and letting go of what once made you feel sad or less than in some way, or not important enough to some degree. And I'm also feeling like a sense of not feeling too fantastical about what you desire, like that magic can happen all year. This life is a mystery. It's almost like allowing the illusion or the confusion to not trick you. I know that's sort of contradictory to what I'm saying, but it's like knowing that the illusion is present is what I'm trying to get at, but still moving through that illusion, knowing that this illusion sort of is a help to get to what the clarity is. So it's like the dreamer. It's going after that dream, that illusionary dream, that imaginary dream, until it's manifested, until it's realized, until the sudden change happens. And it does within that authenticity that leads you into the delight, out of this lack mentality or sadness or overly judgmental about self. And this 4 of Pentacles energy, for me, it's making me feel a sense of stabilizing this new belief within self, grounding it and rooting it in within the mind. And it also references that each layer of the situation must be explored. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. which is that imaginatory or imaginative energy that you are exploring to allow yourself to stay in this essence of beauty. Okay. Some more over top. We have the Ten of Cups, the Ouroboros, which is a Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. We have the Spirit of Cups, excuse me, which is the Knight of Cups. And the Fool in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles still at the bottom of the deck. So they're talking about continuing to work at it, continuing to push through it, continuing to nurture this new belief. This Page of Swords with the Ten of Cups, this is exactly what you're dreaming into being. This dream, and you're creating this with your thoughts, your mind, and pushing that forward with this dream of yours. Again, because it's still, I feel, somewhat, because it's a new belief, let me put it that way, because it's a new belief or a new system being integrated, it's still going to take time to really, I guess, settle. You know, they're giving me like sediment, like really settle. So as I was talking about this dream-like, illusionary, imaginary thing that you want, you know, or feeling you want to embody, the Ouroboros or the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is for me echoing to I'm honestly getting a sense of completion for beginning, right? So the Ouroboros' tail going into the mouth of the dragon, and in the kundalini of the world, or of our world, the tail end of the dragon is also one of the eyes. So what I'm getting here is, it's like there is a revolution or a completion of a particular cycle. Again, coming back to that MMA fighting analogy of you sort of swallowing and beating out a part of the disbelief within self that it can or cannot be done. And this imaginary or this imagination is flipping this up, is what the energy that they're showing me. And that's the reason why it's in bloom, I should say. It's blossoming right now, not in full bloom, but it's blossoming. With your Knight of Cups, this emotional energy back into self, this love back into self, the forgiveness of self and or situations, the reconciliation within the mind and body. You know, that leads you into that Four of Pentacles, like I talked about, solidifying that within. The Fool in the reverse for me generally talks about starting again, but not as a novice. So when we're restarting something, excuse me, restarting something when it comes to our belief system, our way of being, it's like I have a new seed, in other words, to plant where other things had been planted and I had to weed out certain things. Now I can replant and make this fuller, this bush fuller. And it's also a reminder to not be swayed by, let's say, like beautiful words or charmers that can throw you off your path. You know, and I feel that this is why you're solidifying this within you, so that this noise, the prior noise that was affecting the way that you thought about yourself or your own authenticity and beauty, would have been or could have been preventing you from really owning this within self. And I think that you've learned that lesson, hence the Four of Pentacles, really peeling out every, understanding every layer and solidifying what that means for you. I love that. So your final guidance for your wish being granted is, into me I see. Yes. Eights might be really significant for you, my piles. My pile one. Oops. And a burst of magic. Yes. Number 48. Yeah, into me I see. Talk about that authenticity, that magic within, the beauty within. And that burst of magic of this Life is a mystery, this delight, this knowledge, this blossoming of you with that lotus, the reflection within self and seeing oneself in its true glorious fullness. The awakening of you is what they just said. Ooh, this is so good, my collective of Pile 1. So the magic or the wish that has been granted is about you, self, beauty, authenticity, trusting in oneself, confidence in oneself, delight in one's life. Oh, my collective of Pile 1, I hope this was helpful for you and it gave you the messages you were hoping to hear. I'm sending you so much love. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till next time, keep watering your lives. Ciao. Welcome, my Pile 2. Let's spread out your cards. Okay, my collective of Pile 2, let's see what wish is being granted for you. The card that you chose says, Happy Puppet, I am enough. Second card, the Crown, I am a good leader. I heard recognition within self and amongst others of the good you do as a leader. I feel the wish that's being granted for you, my collective of Pile 2, is the recognition of your ability. It's more like the importance of your role. And it has more to do with you than the role. I hope that makes sense. So the wish being granted, I feel for you, is, again, seems to be a collective kind of theme, not same wish, theme, is a recognition within yourself of you doing, being, and feeling enough of a good leader, a good support system, a leader of service. It's also talking about recognition of efforts past, of not being so hard on oneself. And they said, knowing that your way is still a good way to approach it. It's not the only way, but it's still a good way. So don't doubt your methods or practices or the foundations of why you started doing this. I'm hearing to repeat to yourself, I am enough. I am enough. I am all that I need to be and am. I am. I am enough. Wow. Okay, let's see what spell is here for you. Yeah, confidence, exactly that. 32. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take flight, burn higher. That's it. It's the confidence in self, the confidence in your leadership abilities, the confidence in knowing and understanding and accepting that you are enough and good enough as you are. No more added, no more needing to be taken away. They just said the concept of you is just as beautiful as the reality of you. So honor both. And I feel they're talking about concept in the sense of how you're viewed as a leader, the concept of the leader, the concept of your role. That's what how they're breaking it down. Amazing. Let's see what animal spirits are here for you. White Raven Spirit, number 66. Trust in the magic. Abso-freaking-lutely. There is a definite progression for you here. And they're saying it's a progression of understanding. Therefore, the actions taken after that understanding sets you on this discovery trail, is how they worded it. They said the discovery trail of others' perspectives of you. In turn, giving you a fuller picture and a better idea of how to be an even better leader moving forward. It's the accumulation of a collective of thoughts and ideas it's they're giving it to me like a consensus, like a mini survey. I used to do this with the kids that I used to teach, depending on the class, of course, but used to do this. I was like, gave them small pieces of paper, and I asked them to write out anonymously, and write out what they like about my teaching style, if there's something that they don't like about my teaching style, and something they would like to have if necessary. I say that if you are not able to take criticism, don't do this, because hopefully they will feel confident or comfortable enough to be honest, because that's the only way that we can really grow, especially if we're trying to create something better, in my opinion. Anyways, to my surprise, because I am an extremely strict teacher and I'm very aware of how strict I am and the reason why I choose to use that method of teaching, I always have a little bit of doubt that I might push too hard for a particular personality, or I might yell too loud for a sensitive soul, or I might be so in their face that they can't ignore their own trauma. And sometimes that's jarring, I know that, but I definitely feel that this is a part of that energy. But to my surprise, as I was going to say, all of them appreciated and really liked how hard I was on them. Like literally, even the softest of the softest souls in my class that could cry at the 0.1 decimal place of a voice being lifted or elevated or loudening, they still appreciated that discipline, that hard work, and how they had to have a different approach in my class. The other things that they said was just dance stuff, like could we have some more freestyle time, which is like creative, brainless, mindless movement, or can we work on something very specific that they wanted, like for that individual kid. But all in all, to my surprise, honestly, I was ready for she too hard, she yells too much, she's too strict, like all of them. And I've had multiple classes I've done this with, and different age groups also, literally from 10 to probably about 27, 28 years old. And within that exercise, it has made me a better teacher. It has made me reflect on what things could be curbed, even if I didn't get any quote unquote criticism. I was like, I can still do this better though, if it's something that they like, I can do this better, or something that benefits them, etc. So my point of this is it's sort of that energy of what I'm getting, like the consensus within this people or this group or this whatever the case is really does believe that you're doing an amazing job, and you may not feel that or may not have felt that. And I think this is where this confidence is coming back in. Trust in the magic that you're creating, trust in what you're doing, trust in what is being guided through you. You got 2 of these cards, so I honored them. I tried to get 1. I shuffled it like 3 or 4 times. 3 cards came out the first time. 3 cards came out the second time. I'm like, oh my God, I just need 1. 2 cards came out, so I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not going to fight you anymore. Then we have Liberate. Prairie Smoke. What reminds me I'm free. Beautiful. And then you have Take Over. Nice. Black-footed Ferret. Is it time to reclaim and reinvent the structures in my life? Interesting, considering what we were just talking about. The Prairie Smoke and What Reminds Me I'm Free, the Liberate, it talks about how can you feel into an alternate understanding? Maybe an external circumstance is forcing confrontation or change. Whether desired or not, what if it's a part of your fertilization process? It could be an important growth opportunity. Or maybe you've picked up on heaviness without knowing exactly why. The Prairie Smoke technically talks about something is ready to be unlocked, hence this freedom and liberate. And this is what we've been really talking about, this confidence to be unlocked, this magic to be unlocked, this understanding and clarity within one's ability and self to be unlocked. The gifts of your abilities, or more gifts to aid to your abilities, are being unlocked. The takeover talks about honoring your own process and your own methods of doing something. It also talks about literally taking over somebody's position too, and doing it in another way. Everything has its cycle, right? And eventually you move out of certain roles and into different roles, or alter the roles, as I was talking about earlier. You know, we're all born into families with varying patterns and dynamics in DNA. We're even given, like, you know, roadmaps to socio political economic structures and expectations, and usually told what to do or not to do, or whatever this is, from infancy. You know, follow the rules, go to school, get a job, pay your bills, whatever the case, you know, etc., etc. Our birthright as souls to incarnate is choosing ourselves, what we will participate in, what we will give our energy to, and what spaces we will occupy. You can have gratitude and receive what works for you, while at the same time rejecting what doesn't. Like I said, this is about your way of being, leadership, of teaching, of delegating, of integrating. All of this is about the takeover of you, this leadership. I'm telling you, there is something about a definite leader of the pack. I just heard a song. Was that a song? Leader of the pack. I know I'm totally making that up. I'm not sure, but I'm just hearing an old, like, a song, like a background singer's vocals is what I'm hearing. Anyway, if somebody knows that, let me know what that song might be. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We have Mars. That's fitting. Your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. That's exactly it. Your physical energy, drive, and strength, and that's what this takeover reminds you that you're free, is the fighting spirit, that you are good enough, that you are a good leader, that you have the confidence that you need, and you want it, and let it burn bright. Trust in the magic of that raven spirit. Beautiful. Let's see how to use these energies, let's see how to use these energies when it comes to this wish being granted. We have mind and body. I haven't gotten this card in a very long time. Oh, they just said it's an integration of your purpose and accepting of your role, of your power. Oh, they said of being in the center. They're referencing it as the leader must be seen. So they're giving me like a circle and then the dot in the circle, and that dot is you. While everybody else is, for lack of a better example, like a fractal of your energy within their own divine light. Interesting. This card talks about being open-minded and questioning everything. Your only limit is your mind. Be discerning. How is your mind affecting your body? The confidence, how you take over, how you hold yourself. And how is your body affecting your mind? What are the thoughts that it's creating? What are the limiting blockages or ideas that prevent you from taking over, from liberating oneself? Opinions are not facts. Facts are certainties. And a reminder that we can only change ourselves for the benefit of ourselves. So the focus needs to be on my mind and body. How are my thoughts affecting my actions? How is my body using these actions? Interesting. And then we have the Two of Fire. This is so interesting. I'm really getting this a duality of the masculine and feminine energies within you. I'm also feeling a sense of knowing when to be in the receptive feminine and when to use that go-getter masculine energy. I'm also feeling two sides. Maybe that's the reason why they made me bring up my teaching style, because of the fact that I'm so strict. This Two of Fire here, it's reminding me of the facets of an actual fire burning. Like if you were to start a fire from the ground from its kindling and not using any fire starters, like legitimately doing a proper fire from the kindling, all that stuff needs to get heated up enough, right? And then it just starts to like crackle. And then you have to add in bigger logs for the fire to stay longer, to get bigger. And this is what this is giving me energy of. It's like, where is this fire beginning and how big do you want this fire to grow? And it's using or tempering between these two fiery energies that are still of the same element, but in a different dose, or in a different delivery, for example, or in a different reaction. You know, there's something about tempering the fire, not in the sense of it being too much, but in using it more directly. Yeah, it's about sharing that power within and without, meaning the people around you, delegating more, partnerships, equality, teamwork, mutual interests, ambition, and control. Aligning yourself with another and a power sharing situation. This is what this whole confidence leadership thing is teamwork, cooperation. There could be a struggle for power because of this takeover. That's a possibility. But I feel at the same time, it's like merging with the old while they're slowly merging out. I hope that makes sense. It's like to not disrespect what has already been planted, you know, and I don't feel that you are, but it's a matter of just be mindful of what you think is obsolete when it comes to this past person, if this applies in any context, past person, past energy, past event, whatever the case is, past responsibility, whatever that is. It's a matter of, again, being mindful of what they have already created and established that created the foundation technically for you to be there. So there is some respect that is needed, that maybe Spirit is just a reminder of that. And I do feel like that someone, that person or thing, will help you overcome this transitional period of you stepping into this role. A reminder that an equal exchange of energy needs to be implemented. And two heads are usually better than one. Amazing. Okay, so I feel that the wishes being granted for you, my beautiful collective, is about your leadership abilities, about your work ethic, about your confidence within self, about your ability to lead, your understanding of trusting the magic, of using your fiery energy, of controlling or addressing the thoughts of the mind and the actions of the body. Let's get some tarot. Okay, so the tarot is going to talk to us about how they want you to move forward with this wish being granted. This was how to use the energies. This is how to move forward with the energies. You have Seven of Swords in the reverse. You have Eight of Wands in the reverse. You have Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And then you have the Sun. So what I'm feeling, my beautiful collective, is they're asking you to find a better strategy before you push forward with whatever this or however this applies. So this wish has already been granted. That's what we're talking about, right? It's already here. So how they want you to move forward is now knowing this mind and body is what they're talking about, trusting in the magic. I am enough. How are you thinking about this? A new strategy before you push forward. It needs a little bit more time on really believing this change within you. And this Three of Pentacles here, this is talking about, you know, the collaboration, the teamwork, cooperation. And it feels this takeover and liberation. You can be either role, right? You can be the one who's leaving and somebody else is taking over, which is creating that confidence and you are enough, or vice versa. Somebody else is leaving and you're the one taking over. You apply this however this may fit for you. But regardless of how this plays out in your life, it does feel like you are going to have some resistance when it comes to the transitional period of you stepping into this particular role or new placement. or it's like as example, like new students or new employees or new customers, new clients. There's something about you having sort of to prove that you deserve that role to them, not to you. And this is why they keep saying, and I am enough. I am a good leader. I have the confidence. I trust in my magic. I know what the F I'm talking about. This is time for me to make that change with my energy, my strength, my fighting spirit. This is what I want to create, what I want to do. This is what's going to set me free. You know, like that's the energy that I'm getting. So Spirit's like, you are going to have some resistance, but not to fret, not to worry. Again, trusting in your ability. You are enough. All the stuff that we just talked about, because you come out with that sun. You're like, see, look what I did. I told you, doubters, you know, like that's the energy that I'm getting, which in turn also adds to this confidence within yourself and within the team or people around you. Love that. Let's get some more. Ten of Cups in the reverse. Dreamer of Swords, Jesus, which is the Page of Swords. Then we have the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Get it? So 10 of Cups in the reverse over the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, again, this is coming back to a new strategy, a new way of going about what you desire for yourself, what you wish for yourself, what you want for yourself and all. And then the Eight of Wands, you have the Dreamer of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Again, using the new ideas now before we move forward, honoring what one has learned from your past mistakes and past lessons that have evolved you into the version that you currently are. This gives me a lot of energy like the star in this particular dreamer. It's like connected to the heavens and to the earth, to the water. That Neptunian the trident, of Poseidon, technically, or god of water, however you want to use those energies, or whichever mythology you're choosing to tap into. But it's like this night and day energy of, again, using the emotion with the intellect is what I'm getting here. And not hastily moving forward with this so much fiery energy here, but really, again, solidifying what this lesson, this increase or way of leading is going to be for you. That leads you into the Six of Pentacles. Over the Three of Pentacles, right? Which is that reciprocity even through difficulties, or let's say a differing of ideas, or a clash in perspectives. It still ends up working out in its benefit, meaning like you know how to use the opposite energies to benefit the whole, or the bigger picture. And then the Nine of Pentacles, which is, you know, confident. I call it my single sexy confident card, but it's about desires coming true from personal hard work. It's that after that mastering of your own craft, right? And if this is what it brings in, which is the brightest card in the deck, and then what you actually want materially, or what you're creating in a fiscal way, or how revenue increases. There's something about whatever it is that you do, your method of the takeover, so to speak, is the increase in whatever company, place, people, energies. It's the increase. And it's your doing, is what I'm trying to say. It's your doing. The bottom of the deck, we have the Lady of Swords in the reverse. I'm getting like cutthroat about it. Like, I'm gonna get there no matter what. I'm not cutting corners. I'm not jumping over people or stepping on people, but I am gonna do what I need to do to get there. Consciously, though. I love that. Beautiful. Your closing messages. You have feeling the world. Abso-friggin-lutely. Tapped into the world's energy, the collective energy of your own environment, your world of where this is applying for you. Being fully in touch and tapped into what is needed for the collective of this particular dynamic. Again, using and knowing how to use your rule. And then, yeah, great big love. And that's how you use it, with the great big love that you have. Love of the job, of the self, of your confidence, of you being enough, of this leadership ability, of you understanding what needs to be taken over within self and within company, of trusting the magic, understanding the mind and body, finding that cooperation and going after that goal. Continue with the magic that is already being implemented for you, whatever wish has been granted. Oh, my beautiful collective, I'm sending you so much love. I hope this was helpful. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm sending you so much love. Keep on in your lives. Till next time. Ciao. Welcome, my pal 3. Let's spread out your cards. Okay, my collective of pile 3. Let's see what wish is being granted for you. The card that you chose. I thought this was a bralette when I first saw it. It's a leaf. Like, what a weird picture. Anyways, it says, wishing boat, I look forward to new challenges. Nice. So do I, actually. And the second picture, magic wand, I focus my energy. Seems to be a pile for me too, my collective. So it feels like for you that the magic or the wish that's being granted for you is newness. Like a sense of excitement and exploration and wonder and curiosity. It feels very youthful, very jovial, very excited. Like, that's what I feel. I feel excited. I don't know. I have like an extremely interesting memory, I feel, and I remember very specific moments about my youth and conversations. I mean, when I'm very young, like probably about like 4, I still remember some conversations. So what this feels like to me is the anticipation of the birthday party. I used to have like basement full of children, rambunctious music, dancing, like running around, like it was a party, you know, no matter what. And very co-ed, loved everybody. I went to a predominantly actually Italian elementary school. I learned Italian in elementary school, hence some of the chow and the European influence. It's a part of how I was raised too. But regardless of that, it was very multicultural in my area. And I mean, I've never felt more comfortable than being around different. Like when I'm with the same, I mean, in any same, it doesn't matter what kind of same. If it's the same of my own way of thinking, or I'm a dancer, if I'm around too many dancers, it bothers me. Like that's kind of the energy. It doesn't matter what the thing is of the same. If it's too much, I'm bothered. I'm not joking. So I had different groups of friends and separated them, not necessarily because they wouldn't get along. Some wouldn't have at the time, but it was because I was honoring all the different parts of myself and honoring the parts of them that I wanted to learn more about. And this is the excitement. Like, I'm getting this birthday kind of, it's not a birthday party, it can be, but it feels like kind of like youthful, excited. People are coming to celebrate me, but celebrate, you know? And this energy feels like something new, that kind of excitement of anticipation of something you know is to come. That's the energy I'm getting. Woo, let's see. What is that? True love come to me. True love shall come to me as I do will. As I do will, so mote it be. Whoa, so maybe I prematurely picked this pile. I'm trying to stay away from love at the moment. Anyways, jokes. I'm truly kidding. So what it looks like, the wish being granted for you, again, when I talked about excitement, newness, something that you're anticipating, and it seems, my pile 3, that true love might be what you're anticipating. Whether that true love with an actual being, true love with a fur baby, true love with an actual child. It can be true love with your work, with your home, with your life, period. So whatever truth in love means to you is something that I feel is being, you're the only pile that I feel that it may not be here yet. Because I'm talking about wish being granted, but for you, it feels like it's like in the process of being granted. Like it's the wish is granted, like, and the ethers, yes, you're getting this wish is what my point is, but how it's being delivered to you is still in the processes. That's the energy that I'm getting. They just said it's a slow unfold. Woo. Okay, let's see what the spirit animals you have. Wasp spirit, number 64. Sometimes life stings. Woo! So maybe my collective of pile 3, for some of you, you may have had really, or most recently, had some really shitty relationship dynamics, connection dynamics. And I feel that you might have gotten burned or stung in your past that had probably left you a little jaded for a while. I would definitely say a little while. And I do feel now that the energy has shifted because this wish being granted, which is you now looking forward to something new. Even though whatever had stung you is there, you took the lesson and now you're focusing your energy on this true love shall come to me. As I do will, so mote it be. You know, you are conjuring it and bringing it to you now. I love that. And then you have here, interesting. What am I listening for? Great horned owl. You know what I just heard too? When I said, what am I listening for? They said it to me as if like, what are you doing this for? Like it's almost like a questioning of, you know better or something like that. And I feel this was maybe the self-talk you had before. Sometimes life stings, felt it, reacted to it, absorbed it, got over it, and then you're like, wait a second, why am I even listening to this nonsense? Why am I believing this? Why did it get me jaded? Why did I believe whatever nonsense may have been spoken to me or inadequacies about my personality, blah, 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 blah. What am I actually hearing and what am I choosing to use? What information am I choosing to keep so that I focus my energy on what I want to come to me? Have I been listening to myself more than I have been listening to others? Exactly. Selective hearing isn't necessarily a bad thing. Modern existence usually tends to bring like a constant cacophony of information, all looking for a place to land. What if you consciously chose what to receive? This is exactly what I'm talking about here. Empower yourself to choose what you hear based on whether it resonates with you. That way you'll know if it's your next meal or just noise. And I feel some of it has been just noise and now you're looking for your next meal. I love that. And then we have Mercury, beautiful, communicating that clearly now. How you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Exactly, all of it. How you talk to yourself, how you communicate, how people communicate to you, how you walk your talk in your life, how you move about your new information or new experiences or past experiences or how you communicate them on all forms and facets, as I said, and how you've used this particular sting to personify a better belief in love and in self. Amazing. Okay, let's see how to use these energies, this magic. Thought. Knowledge, wisdom, experience, exploration, diving deep, understanding one's own thoughts, understanding the thoughts and talks of previous people or previous situations. The thing that stung had to do with somebody's words, thoughts, beliefs, judgments, is what I'm hearing. Talks about the universal law, attention focus, your power, your positivity, and your negativity. Your thoughts create your reality, the foundation of your consciousness. Do not rush your thinking. Be certain thought is energy, which is what you've been mindful of and what you've been trying to focus on with that great horned owl. Be realistic instead of optimistic or pessimistic. Good and bad go hand in hand. Change your mind, change your life. Do not overthink or speculate. Question the critical mind, speak. Beautiful. That's how they want you to use that energy, that thought energy. I love it. Then you have the Five of Earth. I'm getting a sense of chain to responsibility and duty, and this duty is of to self, is what I'm getting. It's sort of like they're giving me like more of a hanged man definition energy here, like a new perspective on your own responsibilities that you know is going to lead you to where you need to be, but right now it's a minor sacrifice. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Excuse me, Six of Earth. I don't know why I keep saying that. Five of Earth, Six of Earth, my apologies. Which talks about community, providence, protection, dependability, responsibility, duty, service, self-sacrifice, martyrdom, lead by example, a time for sharing, important matters need attention, help for the right reasons. You know, like this is how you're integrating, I would say, this magic or this wish being granted. A time of sharing what you have, learning about your nature and nature, protecting the animals, forests, and oceans. What needs to be taken care of in the present is this, the thoughts. Take care, be responsible with your thoughts. Beautiful. Let's get some tarot now to see how they want you to move forward with this wish they've granted you. So you have the Lady of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Then you have its divine counterpart, the Lord of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh. Oh. So for some of you guys, my collective, you definitely have been through a separation or divorce or not seeing eye to eye currently at all. And this can have, I really do feel for a good chunk of my collective who's watching Pile 3, this sometimes life stings is because of this King of Pentacles energy. Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo can be significant, not necessary. It feels like you've chosen to stand in your feminine power and not back down this time. That's the energy that I'm getting. And this Lord of Pentacles energy, I feel is moving out of your life. They're giving me a sense of like ungrounded and practicality is too strong of a word, but lack of practicality and responsibility. I'm getting a sense as in like the young dreamer, the naive dreamer. Why I say it that way is because when we're children or younger or still living underneath our parents' home, that dreamer energy can really allow yourself to indulge in that because you're not really thinking about how do I pay for rent? How am I going to eat? Not necessarily. Majority of children hopefully don't have to think about those things, you know? And regardless of that being said, there's a feeling of emotional immaturity and lack of responsibility or understanding of one's responsibility. And I feel that because of this particular type of entitlement or ignorance, however this is actually viewed, is what the actual sting was. How their thoughts were bouncing off of you. You know, how they communicated, what they went about, how they went about things. And then again with this High Priestess in the reverse, no longer keeping those secrets. It's speaking up now. What am I hearing now? I don't want to deal with this nonsense. This is what I'm really getting. I don't want to deal with this energy. I've been listening to this for too long. And yeah, it did sting, but now I'm stepping out of it. I know what I want now. I'm no longer delusional with the Seven of Cups in the reverse. I'm no longer just daydreaming about what could or couldn't be or the potential of what could be or might be. I am now taking action and choosing it. I focus my energy there. I am choosing this new challenge. I am choosing to change my thoughts. I'm choosing what to hear. I'm choosing the responsible part, the responsible parent, or the responsible person, the responsible party in this encounter or dynamic. Let's get some more. I said upright. You have the wise fox, which is death. Nine of Pentacles over the Lord of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles over the High Priestess. This is what I'm talking about. Ooh, 10 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna get one more on that one. 6 of Cups. Okay, great. So we have, oopsies, the Wise Fox, which is the death, is death in this deck. I love how they're like dancing with the skeleton of your past self is what I'm getting. This playful, cunning energy and this newness, you know? It feels really nice though. Again, it's like this rebirth, this new initiation phase, this restart for you. And my 9 of Pentacles card, which I always talk about, is my single, sexy, and confident card, which comes over this Lord of Pentacles when it comes about, when I was talking about this energy of you separating from this, to be this, independently you. Freedom, freedom. The High Priestess comes out with the 10 of Pentacles. All these elements and past experience merging into this fruition of abundance for you. Meaning the abundance of choosing you first, of choosing love first. And the 10 of Cups of what was, the illusion of what was, the love illusion of what was, the relationship of what was, the dynamic of what was just that. An illusion that was not able to be grounded because the party, not you, the party involved was not ready, able, or had the skills or tools available to them to be able to successfully complete this part of the path. However, it does not mean that this person did not need to go through this lesson with you, that they had to learn about it from you. As shitty as that might be sometimes, you know, it's like when you have that, you feel like you have the right partner and you sort of, for lack of a better explanation, mold them into the best version that they could be, and that next partner is the one who truly benefits. It's that kind of energy, shitty as it is, but you have an important role to play here in all of us, you know, being connected. This is a part of the agreement, I feel spiritually, that you may have made with this particular energy that is allowing them to propel themselves out of whatever stereotype they may have chosen to believe or archetype they've chosen to embody. I don't feel like it's going to be like overnight, like tomorrow they're going to be marrying some random other person. That's not what I'm getting. I'm feeling like a spiritual deep lesson that is trying to be seeded into this person for them to learn a bigger part of who they are. And also you have to learn to set this boundary, of to understand what true love means for you, of understanding what I can take in and what I should be listening to, where my energy should be focused, why I should be looking for some more excitement or new challenges, that I don't become complacent and things happen like this again, where I'm the one who's taking over, taking charge, taking responsibility, being the only parent, so to speak. Wow. So for me, what I feel the wish that's being granted for you, my love, is true love is coming in for you. And it's a matter of understanding what true unconditional love means to you. Full stop. Let's see your guidance, your closing messages. A tall tale. Wow. 35. Goodness, and I'm burping so much right now. Excuse me. They are blocking that off heavy. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I don't want to be just, you know, adding salt to a wound right now. Like, this is what this is making me feel like, this a tall tale. Like this Lord of Pentacles in the reverse. Being single, sexy, and confident. Sometime life stings. Looking forward to new challenges. Thoughts about everything. The death of this thing to start something new. A tall tale. Lies had been told. Talking about this illusion. There's something about, I don't know if you feel duped or got tricked in some way. I don't think you got literally tricked. I don't think it was on purpose. Like, I feel like that's what you may feel like. I got tricked in somehow, or the persona or the charm that they put off in the beginning was it had a cap, you know, like it was a false identity is what I'm getting. I fell in love with a false identity. But this person actually thought it was their true identity. ᴬᴜᴜᴜᴵᴛᴜ. Let's see what this says. Jeez. A beautiful uncaging. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's exactly it, my friends. Like, this tall tale, you have recognized the lie. You have exposed the culprit, you know? And now there is this beautiful uncaging of your heart, because I'm telling you, like, it's a freedom of recognizing, of accepting the sting. Of accepting the fact that you might have been in rose-colored glasses. But what I really want you to think about is, you met the person you needed to at the right time. Whatever lessons you needed to learn with each other, from each other, it was supposed to be that way. So there is nothing lost in the sense of lessons or spiritual reasoning, you know? Nothing is lost. The reality of the situation is hell as shit, don't get me wrong, but the actual, the bulk of it, the objective, the reasoning behind it is beautiful. Because it leads you here, the uncaging of you, for this true love, the real true love, to come in, to talk to you, to communicate with you, to hear you, to be heard, to be seen, to be loved, to be nurtured. And that's you. They want that for you, spirit. Whoever this person or thing that's coming in for you is going to aid in this beautiful uncaging of you, because this release is what's uncaging you. And then as you step out of the cage is when I feel that you get this true love come to me. Wow, my collective of Pal 3, this was crazy. I am sending you so much love. I hope this was helpful and gave you some guidance or information that you might have needed. I'm sending you so much love. Keep watering your lives. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, my lovelies. Ciao.